So the point is, we also do the same thing, but we think, well, Prabhupada's talking about them, not about us. Right? Oh, these karmis, they're working like asses, We don't work like asses. Sometimes we work as hard or harder. Not here in Mayapur, but outside of Mayapur, right? So when Prabhupada's talking about karmis working like asses, if we're also working like asses, that means he's talking about us also, not them. So I think it's important to realize that. If he's describing materialistic people and in any way resembles us, we should think he's actually talking about me, not about them. Yes? Yes? The fools think like this, the rascals think like that. Yeah, that's exactly how I think. Even the worm and stool is happy. Yeah, that's how I think. That'll make me, this and that'll make me happy. Okay? Yes?
So, could it be said that if when you let to our sadhana, even though we're working like ants,
even though we want,
even though
we neglect our sadhana, even though we want to do service.
No, yeah, so we are working as
You could say that a little bit, because
therefore we need to be careful that
balanced.
Yeah, we need to be balanced.
Yeah. Well, that's a very good point, because no one's going to think they're working like an ass if they do service, because service is for Krishna. But Prabhupada sometimes would indicate that. But it's a little bit like that, if you neglect your sadhana. So,
It's like follow future, but like if it becomes a regular thing that we always find so much in.
yeah, there's emergencies and so forth. Yeah. But it's just a matter of balance. And I think sometimes we're out of balance, because sometimes we justify our spiritual advancement by doing service. So if I do a lot of service, then I'm pleasing Krishna, pleasing Prabhupada, and I'm feeling fulfilled. So that's true, that's good. But it shouldn't be at the cost of your own purity. That's very important. And you still want to be here 20 years from now, enthusiastically serving, with a lot more realization than you have now. And if that's the case, you'll be able to help so many people. But if you're floundering in the water, who are you going to save? Right? So, sadhana is not for everyone so natural, so easy, and we all like to be active and serving. So that sometimes becomes a problem. Not that we shouldn't want to serve, but just don't neglect. Look at Prabhupada gave 50 books. What percentage of devotees read them on a regular basis? Those books were for us. So, in a sense, it's almost like a slap in the face. Prabhupada gave us the holy name, and we shnik Ram. That's like a slap in the face, isn't it? It's like giving a kid some expensive item and he just plays with it like a toy, or puts it in his shelf and doesn't use it. So Prabhupada's mood was, I've given everything to you, and I can't do anything else now. Oh, Gurudev, give me your mercy. It's like, I've given you everything, so don't give me this, give me your mercy stuff. You know what I mean? It's like, I've given you all the ingredients. I've given you the recipe. I've given you the stove, the oven, the pots, the spoons. Oh, I need your mercy to cook. Don't give me that stuff. You have everything you need. Just do it. So that's important to understand. Prabhupada has given everything we need. Oh, Prabhu, I'm so fallen. That's okay. But Prabhupada's still giving you what you need. That we have to understand. And we have to utilize it. Maybe I don't understand how to use the stove, I have to learn. But the stove is there. The ingredients are there. Maybe I don't understand how to mix them, I have to read the recipe, but it's there. The recipe book's there, the ingredients are there, the manual to run the stove is there. Someone to get some advice if you need it is there. Everything's there. So Prabhupada's mood was, if someone didn't take advantage, he would just say, what can I do? I've given you everything, what can I do? Right? Yeah. Yeah. Say that in English also. Yeah. Exactly. And that was Prabhupada's mood. Maybe not in the first year of ISKCON, but when a lot of people were leaving, then that was his mood. You have independence, and all I can do is give you what I can give you. And at some point, obviously, we get association of senior devotees, we get association of our guru, and it's so helpful, but you can't be overly dependent on it. You have to, it's like sitting in a class, you're supposed to learn something and apply it outside the class. So you can't just be having your teacher around you all the time telling you what to do. Right? Makes sense? Make rupees, make paisa, make pence. All right. What else? Yes.
We can read the science of realization.
We can read the science of self-realization.
Journey to Radha Plan. Easily, it's very nice.
Oh, easy to read.
Yeah.
But the Bhagavatam? Boring? Both. Read alone, read with others. There's one, it's different, when you read alone, you can go over it, think about it. When you read with others, they'll have realizations that you don't have, and you get to discuss with them, so they're different dynamics, they're both good. But when the Nectar of Devotion came out first, it was somewhere in summer or fall of 1970, maybe summer. And if you read Nectar of Devotion, you know that at a certain point it gets very esoteric. Especially when it first came out, we were very young devotees. So a lot of it we didn't understand, and so one devotee had asked Prabhupada, or written him, we don't understand this, should we read it? And Prabhupada said, just keep reading it. And just read it, you'll understand it. So he felt there was some power also in studying and something that you didn't understand. Just something would get through, a few drops, and those few drops would be very powerful. And in one sense you can say you're never going to fully understand. There's always more. And as you progress, a lot of what you'll understand will be through your own realization. And that you couldn't understand it any other way. You just have to come to a point of realization, of advancement, to be able to understand it. But reading it and hearing it, even if you don't understand it, is part of your purification process to get you purified enough to understand it. Right? Yes? Yes?
When you're talking about realization, does it refer to Krishna? You can also understand him as God.
Yes.
Yeah.
Realization. Yeah, Prabhupada talks a lot about that. He talks a lot about. I was just reading a purport the other day about Chaitya Guru. The whole purport was how much intelligence Krishna gives. It's very, very, like sometimes we feel like, well, I don't have much intelligence. But this purport wasn't about your intelligence, it was about Krishna giving you intelligence. Like, you don't have to have intelligence. He'll give it to you through your sincerity. And I think that's very important to have faith in that, because I think some of us don't. And sometimes you don't know and you want to consult. It's this Krishna's direction, but sometimes it's obvious. It comes through inspiration, it comes through insight. And if you tie that in to the point I was making that you need realization, where does the realization come from? That's Krishna saying, this is what this means, or this is what you should do.
I think it's also easier for us to accept if someone tells us this, even if Danny Buddhists are telling us the same, but then still our first ego is
if everybody tells us the same thing.
Stands in our way, but if it comes from inside, then it's easier to accept.
Yeah, for some people.
Because,
some people doubt themselves.
Oh yeah, since my inside now, so then,
Generally, yeah. Generally, that's true. If it's clear, but there are some people that are very indecisive and doubtful. So when it comes from within, they'll doubt that it's true. When it comes from without, they'll be more accepting.
So in my experience, sometimes I have something's happening, and then I'm listening into a class, and exactly this point is
the missing point.
So many classes to my laptop are just this I should play, and then, wow, that's exactly the same. So and then maybe I sit here and you're making the same point, and okay, it must be true.
Yeah. I think also as you advance, you gain more discrimination between what is true and what isn't. And so there's less doubting. There's more supersoul, less mind. That's just a natural part of the process. At least that's what I find. That's what I find. It's more. There's less doubting if that's Krishna or if that's Maya. Especially if the desire is pure, then it's more likely you'll get pure inspiration, right? And it builds confidence, because really, if you understand this, then you can have confidence that you'll never be misguided, because if you're sincere, Krishna will always guide you. That's what he promises in the Gita. So, as long as you want to be Krishna conscious, you'll always get that guidance. It's not like Krishna's against you. As you're going to say, well, you've been a bad boy or girl, so I think I'm just not going to guide you for a while because you need to suffer. That's, that might be something we do, but it's not something he does. Right? So Krishna's position is, you want guidance, I'll always give it to you. You just have to be sincere, have to sincerely want it, and then you get it. That's where the confidence comes from. That even in spite of being in Maya, I have confidence I can be Krishna conscious, because Krishna will always guide me. So in that sense, I never have to worry. And the only worry is just being insincere, that's all. As long as I'm sincere, what does Krishna say? To those who are sincere and devoted. Teisham satata yuktam. Bhajatam apriti purvakam. And then the other verse where Krishna says, Nahi kalyana kaschid durgatim tatta gacchati. One who does good is never overcome by evil. So the same idea. If there's sincerity, evil will not overcome you. It's actually a lack of sincerity. And someone might say, well, what does sincerity mean? It means the pure desire to be Krishna conscious. And if that pure desire is there, then Krishna's not going to hide from you, right? He's not going to play with you. He's going to say, yes, that's good. Let's do it. Right? So it's nice to have that faith, because then you feel protected. And you know, as long as I do the process, the right inspiration and intelligence will be there, and I never have to worry. And that Maya will come. And there's a verse, Etam sastaya parat manishta aham tarishami durata tamo param, where the Avanti, this Brahmana from the place called Avanti, he's saying, I will cross over Maya. He's basically like saying, Maya's not going to touch me. And if someone says that, you'd say, Prabhu, don't say that, because as soon as you say that, Maya will get you. Right? You know how that is. As soon as you say, I never got in an accident ever in Mayapur, then tomorrow you get in an accident. So, I never fall into Maya. Then you think, this he's in a dangerous situation. He's thinking he never falls into Maya. And then this is what this Avanti Brahman is saying. But he's just making the point that I have the process, and I have faith in the process. And because of the process, not because of my strength, but because of the process, I can conquer Maya. And then the second half of the verse is, he says, I will follow the path that has been followed by previous acharyas. So if I do what they do, I will attain the same result they attain. So that's why I can say, I will cross over the ocean. Just like we're going through the forest, you don't know how to get through, but I'm in front of you, so everywhere I might put my foot, you just put your foot in that footprint. And you say, I will get out of the forest, I don't have to worry. So it's something like that. Not because I know how, but I'm just putting my foot in your footprints. So I know every step will be safe. Right? Does that make sense? One time I was giving a class and I thought, actually, just as Krishna spoke to Arjuna to deal with this particular difficulty, Krishna is speaking to all of us as super souls. So we all have our own Gita. Like you have your Bhagavad Gita, I have mine. You have yours, you have yours. We all have our own Bhagavad Gita that Krishna is speaking. And we just have to tune into it and then follow it, or be qualified to hear it. And then if that happens, we all have our own Krishna and our chariot of our heart guiding us, and then we're always safe. So then I can say, I will cross over the ocean of material existence. I have that faith. And I'm not saying it in a proud way. I'm saying it's Siddhanta, it's Tattva, it's just true. And Prabhupada said it many times in his letters. So I think it's a really important point. For those of us who may doubt our ability to be Krishna conscious, and or doubt our ability to hear Krishna. Yes? You understand? What do you think? It's okay? You know, we were talking about beliefs, and I think I mentioned this in one class, that sometimes, and it may be very subtle, a devotee will think, well, I can't really be Krishna conscious. It's just not. I'm too sinful or whatever. Too many past samskars. And the devotee asked this question to Prabhupada. I was listening to a morning walk. He asked this very question: is the past karma, how does that affect someone becoming Krishna conscious? And Prabhupada he didn't entertain that thought. It's just your choice. You do. It doesn't matter what you've done. And the devotee was kind of shocked, because it's not our experience that it doesn't matter. Our experience is that it does matter. Isn't it? The sinful activities we've performed, it affects us. So he asked the question again, but don't those sinful activities affect you? So Prabhupada, he acknowledged that. He said, yes, but you're becoming Krishna conscious. It's your choice. It doesn't matter. Okay, it affects you, but it doesn't matter. You make the decision, you surrender. So I think that's important to understand. That again means if you surrender, Krishna will guide you. Right? Yes? No? So I think we talked about this before, but it's not about you. It's about Krishna working through you. It's not about your good karma, bad karma. It's about, will you take the process and let Krishna work through you?
These situations must come.
They will.
Caused by karma, but
Whether you allow them to affect you. And Krishna will guide you through those situations if you're sincere. He knows how to guide you, empower you, enlighten you. Right? So it's really interesting, I've heard a lot of lectures and talks and conversations where Prabhupada just did not entertain the idea that your past karma and samskaras is going to keep you down. It's just like, whatever, here's the mercy, take it and go for it. That's how he wanted us to think. Yes?
I think we can bring it down to the point is about Messiah, all sincere endeavor, and all faith. Because these three things are there.
And our belief. Yeah, faith, belief. Yeah. Our desire, our faith, and our sincere endeavor. Yeah, that helps.
But this becomes automatically.
Yeah. You don't find a guru, you attract a guru.
Krishna says it's the right moment.
Yeah.
Guru Vinamalaji was writing, this is what he was writing about this.
Trying to find a guru.
You
Yeah.
have to try for Guru and Krishna will send.
Yeah.
If you're ready.
Yeah. Okay. Any questions? Comments? Doubts? Okay. We can stop. I have your permission to stop. Thank you. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Go Paramanandi. Hari Hari Bol.